Joining us now from Florida, the purveyor of BernardGoldberg.com, very fine website. I will be on that website being interviewed, grilled mercilessly by
That's
Mr.
right.
Goldberg. I believe I'm going to be on there Wednesday, right? You put me on Wednesday?
Correct. You'll be grilled by a white, straight, Jewish male who apparently, I didn't know this, is an oppressor. I'm an oppressor.
Wait,
I don't
does
know
that
who
mean
I'm
you're? Does that mean you're bringing a guest host in? Okay, so I'm looking forward to that grilling, which will take place on Wednesday. Now, I just count 18 to 24s Americans, even though I've got two of them. All right? And one of them really is astute. The other's a little shaky. But they don't know anything. Think back, Goldberg, when you were 18 to 24. I was horrifying. I was just horrible. I should have been deported during the 18 to 24 group.
Well, the problem with the 18 to 24 group is that they're not going to be 18 to 24 forever. And they're going to carry this anti-Semitic garbage with them when they get older.
You think so? You don't think they'll evolve out of that as many in the Vietnam era did?
Yeah, that's how it usually works. But who would have thought that? I forget the percentage you gave of young people who think the massacre, the slaughter on October 7th wasn't a terrorist attack, and the percentage that thinks Jews are oppressors. Who would have thought those numbers would exist? So yes, some will wise up, but a lot won't.
Now, I think that most Americans are not anti-Semitic.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Totally agree.
In your career, you've been everywhere, done everything. You rival me as far as I've been to 85 countries. I think you've probably been close to that, right?
I've been to a lot of places.
Okay.
Not India and not in the Arab world. I've been to Israel, but yeah, I've been to a lot of places.
Okay. In your experience at CBS News, coming on up, working your way up to the correspondent position, and then through now, have you, Bernie Goldberg, experienced anti-Semitism?
Can I begin earlier than CBS in high school?
Sure.
So I had one. I think America is a great place, and it's a great place for Jewish people. So I may disappoint you in that I don't have too many examples, but in high school, one kid confronted me in the cafeteria about something I wrote in the student newspaper that he didn't like, and he used an anti-Jewish slur at me, and it almost became a brawl, like an Animal House brawl in the cafeteria. But a Christian friend of mine intervened on my behalf and got between us before it got out of hand. But that was only one incident. But when I was at CBS, and it wasn't other CBS people, there was a guy named J.B. Stoner. I don't know if you know the name, Bill.
Yeah, he's a Nazi.
A world-class bigot. I mean,
Right.
He said things in public that I wouldn't repeat on your show in public about black people.
I know he is, right.
Okay, and he represented James Earl Ray, and the FBI suspected J.B. Stoner of being involved in the murder of
Martin Luther King.
So he's a lawyer, and he's covering somebody who kidnapped the publisher of the big newspaper in Atlanta. So we go to his house, and he meets us in the yard, and the cameraman, a good old boy from Nashville, says, I'll introduce everybody. I don't want your name going out here. So he introduces the sound man, the light man. He introduces himself as John Smith. That was his real name. And then he introduces me as, and here's our correspondent, Bernie Goldberg. J.B. Stoner goes into his house. You ready for this? Goes into his house and hands us bumper stickers. This is during the Arab oil boycott. The bumper sticker says, oil, yes, Jews, no. Oil, yes, Jews, no. And one of the people, one of my friends in the crew, I assume it was, without my knowledge, puts it on the bumper sticker, my rear bumper sticker, and I'm driving around Atlanta for 3 or 4 days.
You should have gotten that guy, boy. I hope you got him
I was
for doing that.
when I realized it, but
I'm actually glad to hear that you didn't run up against a lot of anti-Semitism in your life. I believe that Americans, most of them, I'd say 80% of them, are not anti-Semitic. But the media drives this anti-Semitic thing. You know it's driving it. It's concentrating on the nuts at Cornell and at Columbia, at Harvard, at Penn, at MIT. It zeroes in, gives them all kinds of airtime. But the good college kids get zilch. They get nothing. So it's skewed. Am I wrong?
No, you're hitting on a very important point, actually. And that is those students you're talking about they're ingrained with DEI, diversity, inclusion, or equity and inclusion, which is a farce in and of itself. But DEI's philosophy basically comes down to this. It's as simple as there are two groups, the oppressed group and the oppressor group. If you're white and you're a straight white male or Jewish, even female, you're in the oppressor group. And the difference between the anti-Jewish bigots on the right, the white supremacists, the neo-Nazis, we know that they're idiots. These people are professors, they're administrators at elite colleges, they're students at elite colleges, and they could say all they want that they're not anti-Jewish, they're anti-Israel. But when they say nothing, absolutely nothing about the atrocities that go on daily in the Arab world, where if you're gay, you could be thrown off a building. If you're a woman, you don't have rights. They say nothing about that. And the only time they go out and demonstrate is when it's Israel, the only Jewish state on the planet. So their contention that they're anti-Israel, not anti-Jewish, I don't think so. I think they're anti-Jewish. And it's from the progressive elite left.
No doubt about it in my mind. From the very beginning, the progressive movement has been anti-Israel. All right, Bernie, I will see you on Wednesday on bernardgoldberg.com. I'm ready for the whatever you throw at me. It should be a very interesting deal.
Are you ready?
Do I look not ready?
Okay.
All right. I'm ready. Okay, thanks for helping us out. And you have a happy holiday down there, okay? We really appreciate it.
Merry Christmas to you and all the people listening to us.
Thank you.